Hi, welcome to the channel, Life Beyond the Speed Limit. Why the speed limit? Because I'm over 55. Sorry, I'm a dad, I'm unallowed to do dad jokes. In this video, we'll talk about things that I should have done when I was 25, now that I am 55. So this video is about regret, or maybe what we should have done. But if you are in your 20s or 30s, these are the things that you should do now so that you'll be ready by the time you're 55. The first tip I'll give you, or what I should have done at 25, was to get an espresso machine. Why is that? Well, I don't drink coffee anymore, and I'll make another video why I stopped drinking coffee. But before the things that happened, I used to drink coffee a lot, maybe 2-3 cups a day. And normally, and of course in this modern day, we buy coffee shop coffee. Sometimes they can be expensive. I have a photo here of the prices of the coffee in the San Francisco Bay Area, and it's about $6 for a grande or a medium cup. In the Philippines, it's about 200 pesos, although it's cheaper. But again, if you were to calculate, let's say 2 cups a day for 5 days a week at 52 weeks a year, roughly that's about $3,000 a year. And if you calculate 30 years from 25 to 55, that's $93,000. Well, just think about it. Not even at 93. Think about the $3,000 a year. What can you do for $3,000 a year? You can buy a first or business class ticket out of the country. You can take an economy ticket and splurge on your Airbnb or in the hotels. Now, why buy an espresso machine? Because you can make coffee at home. Take it with you at the office, or if you have coffee in the office, great, money saved. Now, it's recently I went to a mall and looked at the Nespresso store. Now, there was a machine, I'll take a picture here. A simple Nespresso machine with just coffee and water was about 10,000 pesos, or just under $200. And then the more advanced model, one with milk, you can do some foam milk, cost about 15,000 or less than $300. Now, I have a picture here from Amazon US on a Philips all-in-one machine, wherein you just put the beans and the water and the milk and press a button, and there you have your espresso, or latte if you will. So imagine if you have that, and if you only spend $300 a year, one coffee machine a year, you're still making savings. So the first tip I would tell myself, or I would have told myself, or I should have done, and you should do when you're 25, is get an espresso machine or a coffee machine and save money from those $6 coffees. Another tip you should do now that you're 25, or what I should have done when I was 25, was make a calendar of my friends' and colleagues' birthdays. Now, when I started out as a young lawyer 20 years ago, I had this old-fashioned big calendar book, with 1 page, 1 day. And what I did consciously was to put birthdays of my friends, bosses, and anybody who I thought was important and needed to be important. So with that day book or calendar book, I would see or flip the page 3 or 4 days in advance, so that I would greet these friends, these colleagues, these important people. I would greet them on their birthday 2 or at least a day before the actual day. So they would think that I remembered their birthday a day before or 2 days before. Of course, that was 20 years ago, before iPhones and other smartphones and calendars. So you could do the same also for your phone book calendar or phone calendar, but then the dates would be confused because unless you can really see, or you're that busy with your phone, which I'm not. I don't look at the calendar of my phone. I don't even have calendar alerts. So what you can do is put them in the calendar and remind or greet them a day before. Why is that a tip? Well, 20 years later down the road, or even 5 years down the road, these people will remember that you remembered their birthday early enough. And it will work. It's good karma. Just think about it. If that friend of yours sees you and knows of a job opportunity or a financial opportunity or any project, they will think of you first because you thought of them 2 days before their birthday. Don't rely on Viber or WhatsApp to do these reminders. Go old school and go analog. Written reminders. These things will definitely put money in the bank, and then it will earn interest, and you can withdraw at the right time. The next tip I'll give you, the things that I should have done at 25 or things you should do now that you're 25, is to collect those business cards that people give you or you ask for them. They may seem insignificant and they may seem like trash on your desk, but collect them, put the names, addresses, emails, cell phone numbers or mobile numbers or even their office numbers, put them in a file that you create. So what you do with these business cards is the next day, the day after that you get them, send them a message, send them an email saying, hey, I met you at this event, I met you at this party, I met you at this place, and I'd just like to tell you it was an honor to meet you, and leave it at that. No second thought, no networking, no find me a job, give me a job, or lend me some money. Nothing of that. Just say, hey, it was nice to meet you. And then maybe once a year or every 6 months, shoot them a message. Again, hey, how you doing? Remember me? I met you at this place, that and this and that. Now, if they have a message, if they have a message thread, those text messages, it'll appear that you messaged them previously. Or if it's an email, use the same email thread on their response so they can see the thread or the trail of messages saying you've been communicating with them for a period of time. Again, like the previous tip, they will remember you when there's an opportunity because you remembered them. So all those business cards you have, make sure that you keep them, put them in a nice, safe place, alphabetically, by company or by name. Again, it is savings and the interest will earn you and get back to you years later. Now, the fourth tip I can tell you, or the fourth thing I should have done when I was 25, is to start a new sport. Why? Why at 25? So by the time you get to 55, you'll be great at that sport. Except pickleball. Never start pickleball. Now, if I was 25, well, I actually did. I tried to take up golf. But it was too expensive at that time. And 30 years ago, golf clubs were expensive. Golf memberships were also expensive. And just to play golf, it would consume maybe $200 just for one round of golf, 18 holes. At that 25, it seemed too expensive. But at 55, because of your earning now, you're successful, that cost is not as high, or the increase is not that big, but your earning is much, much more than you were at 25. So it's actually more affordable today. So, let's golf. Now you could pick up maybe badminton, maybe some football, any sport that if you start at 25 and you begin at 25, 10, 20, 30 years down the road, when you're 55, you'll be great at that sport because it's physically dreadful to start a sport at 55. That's why I will never start pickleball. I already started badminton 20 years ago, and I'm still fairly average about it, but if I could pick up the racket and the shuttlecock, I could easily play again. So at least I kept my, it's also keep you healthy. It's a form of exercise, so that if you start at 25, you'll be great at it at 55. Now this next tip is a bit, sounds like an endorsement, but I'm not endorsing any financial company or any insurance company. At 25, try to get yourself a good life insurance with good coverage. There are different products today than there were 30 years ago. Today, if you get life insurance, it's tied up with an investment product, or in reverse, it's an investment product tied up with free life insurance. I would get that at 25 because there was this product that I had when I was 25. I was paying a very minimal monthly amount because I was young and healthy and thin. My life insurance premium was low. Today, if I were to get that same life insurance, I would be rejected. So Get it at 25, and it will stay. If you are good at it, if you are diligent about it, you can. If you're paying for it until now, it will be the same monthly rate. It will not go up. Now you can figure out or look at some other life insurance products. I know there is one wherein you pay for like number of years, maybe 7 to 10 years. After that, the dividends of that life insurance can actually pay for itself, pay the monthly premium. So meaning you just pay your premiums for a certain number of years. After that, it pays for itself, and then you have a life insurance for the rest of your life. Now, why get that? Okay, from my personal experience, when my father and my father-in-law passed away many years ago, we had to figure out how to pay for the expenses, and most dreadfully, the taxes. Now, as what Ben Franklin said, was it Ben Franklin? But nothing's sure in this life except death and taxes. Well, it's combined in estate taxes. And they could be rather large if you have substantial investments saved up. So I'm not going to talk about estate planning today in this video. Maybe I'll do it in another video. But if you buy life insurance and the proceeds come in, that will certainly help defray the expenses. Because if you leave loved ones, the whole is not just your presence. What is the absence will also be felt income-wise, money-wise. If you're the breadwinner, then life insurance is most important. So thank you, and enjoy your life, those who are 55. Thanks for watching to the end. If you could, please hit that subscribe button and like this video. It'll help my channel a lot. I'm starting out here, and hopefully you can help me grow in this channel.